warming up this morning. So let's start with our feet. You can either start standing or sit on the ground. I'm going to sit on the ground because I just want to get into a nice position so I can let my back kind of relax a little bit. And then I'm going to wiggle around. You know this move. Opening up the bottom of your foot. If you don't feel it enough when you're sitting, I'm actually definitely not feeling it enough. So I'm going to get into it. Kneeling. Here we go. Oh yeah. So, starting those toes, as we know, gotta wake up every little nerve in there. Just kind of stretching them out. You want to kind of bend your toes right over the ball and give the toes a stretch too. That's kind of nice. And then start rubbing all the way down into the arch and then finally into the heel. But we'll take some time here, about a minute on one foot, and then we'll switch over to the other foot. Good. Really, and you're really vigorously moving around too. So don't be afraid. I mean, there are spots that'll be a little tighter than others. If you find that spot, stop for a second, hold it there, open that up. We gotta keep it from being so tight. You'll see a difference when you walk around if you have any tightness under there. Because I did this yesterday, and man, I did it right before my run, which was, I haven't done that yet, and it felt really good. My feet felt like they were floating. So I think we need to get back on this train if you don't do it on your own, and try to incorporate it a little bit more. I'm going to move it the other direction a couple more times. Good, and a little circle. And let's go ahead and switch it over to the other foot. I need it down on this side. There we go. Ooh, yeah, tightness. Feel it open up. Get those toes, stretch those toes out, wake them up. Good, moving around nice and vigorously. Right into the arch, up and down, side to side, maybe in a circle a little bit. Good. Checking your core during this whole thing. Making sure we're still holding ourselves right. Good. Get right in the sides of your foot too. Don't forget about that area. I tend to get a little sensitive in there. Good. Ooh, hold any spots. If you got one, hold it down. And good. A couple more moves around in this foot. I'm starting to feel a little release. Good. My ankles are tight. All right. Good. Now we're getting all the way down to the ground, sitting down, keeping your ball right where it is, not too far away. And you're going to place the ball now in the belly of your calf muscle. And so all we're doing here is easily trying to move this ball. Let's start side to side, right in the center of the belly. Okay, and you can add, if you don't feel enough here, you can actually place your other foot on top to feel a little bit more pressure if you need it. My leggings are a little too slippery for this shenanigans. There we go. Okay. Moving it up and down if you want. You can use your arms to lift your butt up. Or if you have found your delicate spot, your calf, hanging on tight, because that's where you need to be. Good. Get the sides of your foot too. So I'm actually just turning my foot over, and just a matter of lifting my toe up and down. Oh my gosh, I can feel this tendon be really, really tight. So I'm going to hang out here for another few seconds, and then I'm going to gradually move it down so I can get it up in my calf. Move it up and down. Good. A lot of our tension is held here in our calves too, so it's very interesting when you feel your body after this kind of thing. It's good stuff. Good. Ooh. And last way around, if you need any more spots, vigorously move it, move it, move it. And let's switch over to the other side. Lift my leggings up. Actually, change my balls. I think this one's not as grippy. Here we go. Okay. Yep. So getting right down into the belly of it. And just move around, kind of navigating, noodling around in your muscles, seeing where the tight spots are, letting it release if it needs to be released by holding it. Getting the sides of your legs, so I'm turning my feet too, so I can get this very side of my calf muscle. Good, and then the inside. This one doesn't feel as bad as the other side did. Anybody else have a tighter leg?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You knew it hurt before we started.
Yeah, right? You knew it was coming. Right. Good. Finish it up with good all the way around, circling in a circle or holding it still. I found
can't believe how painful this is.
Isn't that crazy? But if you really think about it, I mean, all your weight is held in your feet and your calves, and you're using those calves to push you forward all day long when you're walking. So they need to be treated just as much as the bottom of your feet and pedicure need. Good. All right. Excellent. Now that we're on the floor still, we're going to just kind of reach our toes up, and I want you to try to flex them so they're coming towards you as far as possible. And then you're going to reach your arms above your head. Reach, nice and tall. You can kind of shimmy up, go side to side, opening this space. And now let's exhale down to reach those toes. Exhale. Ooh, feel those hamstrings. Hold it here. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. The breath in, you should feel it stretch a little bit more, maybe even your rib cage expanding when you breathe. And then exhale that all out, sinking a little bit deeper. And now on your next inhale, let's swipe our hands, palms up on the floor, and reach back again. And we're going to just do this circular forward fold a couple times. So reaching and then dragging your hands back over again. Reaching nice and tall, reaching down to the toes, and then reaching back, dragging your hands against the mat. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And you should be trying to get a little deeper every time. Good. Now, last one. Breathe in. And breathe out all the way down. And then slowly come back up. Nice and tall. Good. And here, let's just start to roll our shoulders just a little bit so we can get our posture back. Good. Now, moving on down our legs, let's move on to a little bit of a performer stretch. So I want you to start with one leg in front. Bring, yeah, you are in the way, in the mat way. Yeah. Good. So one leg in front, letting that back leg extend. Now we're really getting into a full-on leg stretch here. So we're going to start with our glute, holding our upper body still in front. If you want to stay straight arm, that is completely fine. If you feel it in this area and maybe in a little bit in your groin, that's where you should feel it right now. So now let's just breathe. And every time you breathe, you can kind of lower yourself down if you feel like you can. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. So really dig deep into that breath, breathing in through your nose. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. Good. Now, if you're up, bringing that chest back up. And we're going to curl our toe in the back. So what I want you to do is just let this leg kind of come forward here. So I'm kind of scooting it underneath my bum. And if this is really uncomfortable, then you can come here and bring your foot up. But if not, hold here. And then we're gonna raise this back leg up. And if you can feel that, yeah, I know, it looks awkward. So, if you're like, what is going on with those legs? So, I had it here.
Demetra's face.
I know, I see it all. Bring your leg up like this. And then it's this. But if you're like overstretching by bringing this back leg up, hold this lunge at first, okay? Just feel that. And then we'll get into that quad, because holy smokes, you will feel that stretch. Frank, get out of the way so they can see, buddy. Go ahead, get out of here. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, good. Holding that. And now if you can, we're gonna raise that foot up. And you will feel a stretch in the front of your quad. Even if you raise it just up a little bit like this, you'll start to feel a little stretch in there, a little pull. We won't hold on to that very long because that is a very hard one. So let that foot come back down, toes tucked under, and lift that back knee now. And let your heel drop. Good, and now we're holding here. Hold, 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 hold. Good, let's bring that heel or knee back down to the ground, trying to hold our chest up and lift up to the sky to get a little bit more opening. Whoo, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and unfold back down. We're gonna bring our legs back. So now I'm keeping this front forward, but I'm gonna scoop my leg back. So now my toe in the front is up, and I'm bringing my butt towards the back. Okay, and you can hang on to this foot, you can hang on to sides, you can hang up here. If you're a little more tight, you can hang out here. Those are all places you can be right now. Very tight. So if you feel it in the back of your legs, that's exactly where you should feel it.
Oh yeah.
Good. Good. And let's go back to kneeling here. Whoop. Fix on that. Okay, we're back into kneeling. Just a straight kneel, so you should be able to sit up nice and tall. And one foot is up, back leg is bent. Reach up with the arm that has the leg down, up and over. And this is really lengthening everything in here. And if you want to, you can also add just a little bend forward to get this open too. So if you don't feel it here, take a little bend and you'll feel it. And inhale, exhale. And now let's inhale back up. Oh, okay. Bring the other leg forward. We're gonna get all the way back down. We need to do the other side. So, getting back into our nice little piriformis stretch. You guys are gonna feel loose after this. I tell you what, it's gonna be good. So, making sure this leg is pretty much all the way on the ground the best you can. You're holding your chest up, and with every breath, you're getting kind of deeper and deeper down. Good work. It can be tight here, so do your best. Then find that spot where you can handle it and get some deep breathing, because that's only going to help you. Breathe in through your nose and exhale. Maybe lowering the chest just a little bit. You feel your body sinking with every exhale. Good. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bringing your chest up if it hasn't been up already. And now we're going to curl this leg back in. So I'm going to bring this in, tuck it under so I'm folded here. Okay. And you can either stay here and lift that leg like we did last time. So now I'm here. Or you come up like we also did into this straight leg. And then lift that leg. Ah, feel that. Tight. Be very gentle though. Don't overstretch. Don't lift that leg too high. This is as far as I want to go right now because I can feel the stretch just enough. Ah. Good. Hold another full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Let that leg come back down. And now we're going to reach our knee off the ground, bringing that heel down. So really try to lengthen that calf when you're in this lunge stretch here. Pulling yourself up. Good work. Pushing that heel back. Excellent. And lower that knee back down. And now we're going to get into our oblique stretch. So you can bring that leg in if you want to, so you're nice and tall now. And then reach the arm that's on the side of the leg back. And reach it all the way over. Good. Holding it here. This takes a lot of core strength to hold yourself in this position. This leg's doing all the balancing in the front, so make sure you're nice and solid. Good. And it starts to feel that release. Come on back down. Ooh. And then we're going to reach our butt back so that we can lift this toe up and feel the stretch all in the back of our hamstring here. And if you can, you're just kind of guiding yourself so you can stay nice and even, feeling the stretch all in the legs. Good. And let's release in, come back forward. Ah, good. All right, bring those knees back down. We can get back onto the ground here. One little more stretch for our legs before we move up. I want you to cross one leg over, and then the opposite arm is going to cross back over, so you're turning into a nice little pretzel here. So pulling, and then this elbow is really going to try to go on this outside knee, and that way you can kind of push it over. Yeah. If you can't, then you can kind of hold your leg, because you're really looking to lengthen all in your hip here. So I'm going to go here, and then you can give yourself a little twist. Try and look behind your shoulder. Feel that spine. Woo. Good stuff. Be nice and easy on your body. Breathing in and exhaling out. One more breath in. Oh, good. And exhale. And breathe in and release. And we'll switch over to the other side. Pay attention to your breath this time when you're on the side. I thought it was pretty cool. When I was reaching over and I twisted and I took a deep exhale, inhale, that's where I feel the stretch the most. So really try to emphasize that, especially in your ribs. You should feel it in your back, especially in this twist. So take an inhale through your nose. Feel that expansion, and then exhale it down to the ground. Good. Breathe in. And exhale out. Let's do one more breath on this side. Breathe in. And exhale. Good. And we'll release with that inhale. And now we're coming back up. Good job. Okay. Now cross your legs in front. And you can kind of wiggle yourself around. We're going to first start with just a circle on our abdomen. So, bracing yourself. Remember, we're keeping this space in our stomachs, but we're also turning in a circle so that we can really wake it up. Exhaling as I go down. I'm really actually kind of leaning back a little bit too with my inhale. Good. Once you come back up to the center, go ahead and go the other direction. Waking up our core. Good job. Breathing. Inhaling. Good. One more round. Feeling a little stretch in your legs, maybe two. Good. All right. Placing one hand on the side. I would put it out about a foot away from your body. So you're kind of leaning over. And then, again, we're going to open this up. Reaching up to the sky. And I want you to look up. And if you can, you're going to bring down this elbow to look up to the sky. If you're not, then you're just reaching farther and farther away from your arm, depending on how far you can go. Okay? But I'm going to show you the elbow version so I can get the full length. And you'll feel this separation, maybe even down in your hip a little bit on the lower abs. So breathe into that. Breathe in. Ooh, and breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Let that arm curve all the way, semicircle around your head. Really, now we're getting into those lats, feeling the stretch in this arm area. And then breathe in here. And exhale out. And breathe in. And on the exhale, you're going to drop your head with your arm right where it is, all the way down in front. And just hold center for a second, relaxing. And you can bring your hands right next to the sides of you, that's fine. Because we're going to soon roll back up, rounding our back, rounding our shoulders back up so our chest is nice and open. Now reaching over with the other arm, up high above you, reaching that arm on the other side, nice and long out. And now I'm looking up to the sky, feeling this stretch all in my rib cage. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit more so I can really feel it. Oh my goodness, there it is. So get your breath here, breathe in through your nose. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale, good. On this next one, you're going to breathe in. And then we're going to let our arm come all the way down over our head. Exhale over the head here. Gotta come up a little bit. There we go. Now you feel it more in your arm, or at least you should. Just let that arm kind of hang over your head. Good. One more inhale. And then let's exhale down, keeping our arm where it is until we reach about to the ground. Our head's coming down. And you can now reach your hands in front of your head. Toes or fingertips are really, really reaching. Crawl them out as far as possible. Breathe here. Try not to hold your breath. Take one more inhale. And now let's exhale. Gliding our fingers up onto the ground, closer to our body. And rolling those shoulders back. Good. Let's continue with the shoulder rolls. Really forcing them back, but nice and easy. Don't overstretch your shoulders or bring them up too high. Sometimes that feels somewhat good, but we just want to be nice and gentle. Good. A couple more times back. 2 and 1. Good. Now, these arms need a little bit of stretching. So we're going to bring our hands out in front of us here, like we're doing our little swimming. And go ahead and reach one arm back. And then I want you to, sorry, I won't be able to see it. I'm reaching back, and then I want you to kind of reach back behind you. So as if you're going to put your hand on the back here, okay? And then once you're here, you should try to kind of pull your hand or reach your hand over to the other hip as far as possible. You'll feel a lot of lengthening in your chest here. You can do that. But we're just going to stay here for one breath. So really inhale. let that expansion in your chest happen right now. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release that arm. Come it back out. And then reach even farther if you can. So now I'm kind of opening up in the side. Good. And bring it back to center. And we'll do it on the other side. So I'll keep it straight this time so you can kind of see. So outside, we're reaching, feeling that stretch in our pecs. All in here, maybe even down into our arm a little bit. And then we're bending that elbow, reaching in the back of us. I'm actually able to reach all the way over to, so you can see my fingertips over there. Really opening this. So take your breath in, open the chest. And exhale, bring it all down. Good. Kind of turn your head towards that shoulder that's being stretched. Do that one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now reaching, turn your head the other direction. You'll feel a stretch in your neck on the other side. Breathe in. And release out. Head comes forward, arm is out to the side, stretch it back just once more. Opening. And come back center. Good. Now we have that done. We are going to start to move more in a dynamic stretch here. So that means just back and forth, opening and lengthening. Breathe out. Breathe in, center. Nice and tall core. One more time on each side. Arms might be burning here, because mine are. Good. And now reaching our arms behind our head, grasping our fingertips together. You're just going to let your hands kind of fall behind your neck. And so I'm here really trying to reach these hands down. That's going to cause a little stretch on this underside of our arms. And of course our spine is nice and tall. Good. And let's release that. Keeping our arms out and stretch it down. Good. Okay. Bring your hands back behind us again. Let's just open one more time in that chest area, holding this position. And here I want you to get 5 breaths. So really focus on keeping this tall, keeping that space in your rib cage to your hip bones, and then pushing those hands downward so that you can open this chest. So here we go. Breathe in through your nose. Open that chest and exhale out. Pushing the pressure down towards your spine. Breathe in and down into those pelvic bones. Nice and long breath. Breathe in through your nose. And exhale down. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in. Good job. And exhale down. And you can release those arms. And lastly, we're going to get into the dowels, but today it went so fast that we're going to end with just a little head turning. So go in a full circle one way, nice and gently. Shouldn't be too hard on these necks. Just enough to get that movement around in a circle. Okay, let's go one more time around in this direction. Good, and up the top you'll switch directions over. Good. Really keeping that spine going nice and slow, feeling it in your shoulders and your neck. Good. And there's one more time around. And we'll come to center, looking straight ahead of you. You're going to turn your head, looking over the shoulder first. Good. Inhale nice and big and exhale down. Then I'm gonna have you look more towards your knee here. So you're looking at the knee now, and I want you to point your chin down towards your armpit so you'll feel a good stretch in the back of your neck. Breathe in here. And exhale down. Good. Now turning your head to the center of your body, looking straight ahead, and looking down, tucking your chin down, and really now feeling the stretch in the very back of us. Breathe in here, and exhale down. Good. Let's bring our head back up, and what I want you to do now, before we go to the other side, tuck your chin a little bit. So when I tuck my chin, that doesn't mean I'm bringing it down to my chest. I just want you to do, it's just a small little movement where you actually can feel these muscles engage. So we're going to do about 5 chin tucks. So go out and in, out and in. Working those little tiny muscles. Crazy how they don't move sometimes if we don't use them. Good. One more tuck. Exhale. And we're nice and tall. Good. Looking over to the other side. Feel a stretch on the very sides of our neck. Nice and long. Keep those shoulders down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. Go ahead and look towards your knee, more at an angle now. And we're going to point our nose down to our armpit. Feel the stretch in the back of our neck. Again, keeping those shoulders down. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. And now we're coming center for the last one. And chin to chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. And roll your body back up. Good job. Namaste. That was a lovely stretch. Really, guys, put you through the whole ringer. So hopefully there's some loose feeling now rather than so tight, but we'll see. We'll see when I see Barbara and Nita later. Let's see how their flexibility test is. It's gonna be fun. So I'll see you guys soon, and have a lovely Friday and weekend. Oh my gosh, happy Father's Day. Bye.